message, Kanchan? Now I got it. So welcome back, Masters, day 3. And we're excited to hear again on more on yoga from ma'am. So ma'am, just over to you.
Yes. Hello, all beautiful ladies. I'm saying only ladies.
Yeah, I think, maybe a couple of men.
A group of women empowerment, okay?
Yeah, definitely women empowerment here. Yeah.
Ma'am, we have one male candidate, Baljinder ji, Ramesh
Okay.
Chuneja uncle, 2. And
They must be too feminine from inside, from energetically.
yes, they are on this journey now, ma'am.
Yeah. They might be very soft from inside. That's the reason they're here. Okay. Chalo. So today we'll begin about yoga, right? And the first day we talked about the definition of yoga, right? What is yoga? Yoga is, we know it's a union of energy and its matter, right? And in the next day, second day, when we did the Nadi Shuddhi with the water, the technique what we have done of cleansing and healing ourselves, we have understood wherever there is union, there is separation, right? So we have understood that aspect, right? So now today when we talk about, we know what is yoga right now and how it is, and now what are the types of yogas, right? How many types of yogas anyone you might have heard before? Any names? Have you any one of you heard any form of yoga?
Ma'am, Kriya Yoga, Dhyan Yoga.
Yeah.
And Dharam Yoga, I think.
Raja Yoga.
Yeah,
Yoga.
Raja.
And
Laya Yoga.
Bhakti Yoga.
Okay. Today we'll talk some familiar yet unfamiliar words. Okay. Yeah. We'll begin with Hatha Yoga, right? When we talk about Hatha Yoga, it is about asana. It is about the posture, right? We always say, sit in a comfortable posture. Whenever we start our practice or anything, we always give this first statement, like sit in your comfortable posture. What does that mean? Comfortable posture. It is like many people have, they say, oh, I'm supposed to be in a comfortable posture. So Shavasana is better for me. That's the most comfortable thing. Okay. Or I will lie back and I will keep a backrest behind and I will lie nicely, leisurely. And then that is going to give my comfort. That is going to be very comfortable for me. Okay. Being in comfortable position means you are so comfortable at the level of your matter, of your physical body, that any posture, however you be, however difficult you be, you are comfort. You are very much comfortable. Okay. If I'm sitting in a lotus posture right now, and to hours together, I'm able to sit like this, and I'm absolutely fine with it and absolutely no discomfort in it, that means this is my comfortable position. Right? Now for this, we have to we definitely need, whenever we talk about being in this path, right, in the spiritual path, if we want to evolve ourselves, we want to grow, we want to know ourselves more, the first thing comes is discipline. Without discipline, nothing comes. There are 4 aspects which we need all the time. One is discipline, right? And one is wisdom, and one is love, and one is surrender, right? Without these 4 things, it is not possible for us to grow or explore ourselves deep inside us. It is not possible for us to travel inside also. It is not possible for us to explore ourselves. It is not possible to even understand and analyze ourselves so that we can reform. Okay. So I'll tell you a beautiful story. Just remember, once there was a king. Okay. And king was retiring. He was at the end of his leadership and he was about to retire. He thinks, okay, I'm anyhow retiring. On my name, something must be there. I should leave a mark on this land so that people understand, people know, people really will remember me even after I leave also. So he calls of many architects from around the world. He calls and he says, whoever does the best one, okay, will be awarded. right? And then there are ministers are at work, as the king says, ministers has to be at work. So ministers have bought many leaders from many architects from various corners of land, earth, and whole world, and they have done so much of the checkings, like who is better, interviewing them, and finally they have come to the point of the two groups who are excellent. And now the ministers are not able to make any difference. Who is the best one? Whom do we take to the king as the final thing? We are not able to make out. Both looks equally, tremendously good. So the ministers think, okay, we'll leave this decision to be made by the king himself. So he knows what he wants. So let him choose. So the ministers take these two people and keep in front of the king. And they say to the king that we have interviewed everyone, and out of all the cuttings and all, these two group people remained. And now from these two, you have to choose, because end of the day, we are making only one. So two are not needed. So now you understand and you choose among these two. Now the king asks them various questions. Both are excellent. Now king is also thinking, what do I do? They both are very excellent. So king says, okay, I have two old temples. Okay, now I want you, both of you, to decorate them so much they've become old, they've become very ancient kind look, and very dusty and all. Now you both repair them, and whoever temple brings the shining out wonderfully, those will be the final people who are going to make my mark. And the king says, orders all the ministers, whatever they ask, you give. Okay, there is no conjuicy here. Whatever they ask, you give. And the first, a group of people, they ask for whatever they want, all the paints and new things, brushes and everything they ask, whatever was needed. And the second group, they say, we just need a little of oil and a piece of cloth. Minister says, what? Little of oil and piece of cloth, that's all? With that, you are going to recreate this temple again with the older thing? What is it? And he said, okay, that's what we are supposed to give. Okay, we have given. And then after 7 days is what their task. After 7 days, king is supposed to come and check both the people. There's work, their work. So after 7 days, the king goes. Everyone is astonished by the way one of the group has done the tremendous, beautiful work. The architecture, the painting, and the color combination was excellent. Nobody can even pinpoint on that. So everyone has decided, okay, these are the people. The next group actually did nothing. So people were thinking, why they have done nothing? Obviously, they have never asked anything. They just asked a piece of cloth. So that's what they would have done. Nothing has happened. So I think king would go for this. King goes, looks at, and he says, oh, wow, excellent. You group has done very excellent job. He comes outside, since he can't declare it everything just by seeing one thing. So he goes to the other temple also, looks at it, and he calmly comes out. And ministers are entire, even the community people, the village people, ministers, everyone are, they are very, very sure, because they were so fascinated to, they like the work and the color combination the group has done. One architecture group has done. Like the king says, now I have decided my temple is going to be constructed to the other group. The group who have actually asked only for piece of cloth. Everyone is shocked. What is it? It's only the one, they have never used any colors. They have not even repainted. They have not even done anything. Everything is just the same. How are you giving, this work, the greatest work of your leadership to these people? What is that you found in them? The king says, see, king has to be something different, right? The king says, these people have done tremendous work, the other group. They have put new colors, new thing. The building totally looks new. The old, whatever was there before, we can't see that. It's totally done. They're completely gave a new thing. But the other group of people, they have only revived the old beauty. They just bought out. We have forgotten, because the dust was there. There's so much of things were there. Cobwebs were there. Spider webs were there. Every webs were there. All these things were there. It was so dirty. We couldn't even see the beauty of that work which has been done by our ancestors, by previous leaders. but they bought it all out. Such a tremendous work they have done. Now, because they have cleaned it, we are able to still remember that leader who has actually constructed this temple. And now by seeing the other people work, we are not talking about the old leaders. So tomorrow, when I make a temple and such people might come and change the thing, even I will be forgotten. So entire purpose of making the temple is lost. So I give my work to these people. That's when, everyone applauses and everyone thinks, yes, that is what it is. Now, what are we doing in this path? Where are we leading to? The mark is we are not trying to make our life something new or create something new or anything. We are only here to polish ourselves and bring our own real, true inner beauty outside. That is what we are doing for it. Right? This is why we are here in this path and we are here to explore ourselves. We are not here to sit and with closed eyes and dream of some fantasies and think about some things, hearing some noises, some voices, having some other experiences. No, we are just here to look into ourselves. How much excellent, the real universe is there inside. Okay, we are here only for this, right? In that, when we talk about Hatha Yoga, now the posture, when it comes to the posture, what is a comfortable posture we're talking about? Are we comfortable within our own bodies? Are we comfortable with the body? Are we still, somewhere feeling that I'm fat, I'm thin, I'm dark, I'm bright, I'm not that glowing, I'm not that healthy? Are these anywhere do we hold these things? Right? When Hatha Yoga had come, we know the Patanjali, when he started the 8 limbs of yoga, said when we are talking about Hatha Yoga, it comes at the 3rd stage of Eightfold Path. Hatha Yoga comes at the 3rd stage. Now, which means it is like the posture means it is no particular set of postures. It is like, are you comfortable through this matter? You are actually, what is yoga? What is through the energy and its matter, right? That is yoga. Now, through this matter, you are actually connecting to your inner beauty. Okay. We all know whenever we say I'm going to yoga classes because I want to be trim, I want to be healthy, I want to be this. Okay. It is like we want to connect to our inner beauty. And what is inner beauty? Inner beauty is not in keeping ourselves thin or fat or healthy or whatever. These are all, the side effects of connecting to the inner beauty. Okay. What are the side effects of connecting to the inner beauty is you look beautiful. Okay. That's what is going to happen. Your smile is beautiful. Your words are beautiful. Every expression that is coming from your body, this matter turns out to be very beautiful. Okay, you become expressive because it is not you as an identity who is expressing it. It is that essence inside you which is expressing out. Okay, that was the main theme behind Hatha Yoga. Okay, when they started Hatha Yoga, it was not only about, just making a body postures and set of body postures, this asana, that asana, so that your mind is calm or your body is healthy or all these things. These things were there. Okay, fine. But actually what it is, actually to bring out that inner beauty, connecting to that essence, right? Even in dance part, if anyone in the group is a classical dancer, if any, they would know when we are talking about Bharatanatyam or Kuchipudi, all the postures, all the mudras in that we do, Pataka, Tripataka, Ardha Pataka, all this, whatever we talk, it is like every posture, every step what we are doing is actually bringing up the merging of, in one personality, we have the masculine and also the feminine together. The blending of these two essence, okay, is happening through these postures. Okay. More interestingly, even in Kama Sutra, they have many postures. Okay. It is all the blending of this feminine and masculine essence inside us. So it is bringing the inner beauty completely out. That is what the main theme behind this Hatha Yoga. Okay. We only hear that Hatha Yoga, oh, I'm going for this yoga asanas, my body is trim, fit, and I'm very healthy. It's not just that. You are healthy. If your mind is healthy, your body is definitely healthy. But how is that your mind is going to be healthy? Your mind will be healthy when you are connected. Your mind from the conscious, subconscious, superconscious, and unconscious, all the parts of the mind is connected to the inner essence. That's when the real beauty is going to come up. Your thought, masculine is the thought and feminine is the manifestation, is the expression, right? I'm thinking, so that is I'm thinking because there is a masculine essence in me, and the expression is the feminine essence in me, right? That's how universe have given its forms with such expressions, because that is the intelligence, whether we like it or we don't like it. That is how intelligence of the universe works. Okay, feminine energy is all about expression, and masculine energy is all about the thought, right? When we reach to that real meditative state, shunya, what we call, when we connect to that shunya, it is the thought. There is tremendous amount of intelligence about the creation, manifestation, what do you call, your taking care of it. Okay, everything is there in that, right? And now expression is when all that intelligence, which was which was dissolved or which was there everywhere, right? All that energy, all that intelligence, when it got collected, it found a form of gases, what we call is a big ball of light. That was the expression of that thought. That expression was full of light. It was not black, it was full of light, right? Darkness does not mean there is no light. Darkness means it is a combination of everything. It is real shunya. Okay, so that's when we talk about the Hatha Yoga, we are connecting through this body postures. We are actually connecting to the blend of the inner essence of a thought and expression, right? That is how it is, right? And next, when it comes to mantra yoga, right? Mantra is, it is like, you can even call as a japa yoga also for mantra yoga. In Sanskrit word, it's like a repeating of mantras is mostly when you are chanting a mantra, you might have heard about the gunas, Rajasic, Tamasic, and Sattvic, right? These three gunas. So in the Rajasic gunas, what is happening is you are very, what do you call, authoritative, okay, in the right way. All the leadership kind of qualities are there in Rajasic. Whereas in Tamasic, you are only trying to gear up with the sensory pleasures. Okay, it's all only in this 5 senses we are looking at life, right? So we have the examples of for Tamasic for Kumbhakarna, Rajasic for Ravana, Sattvic for Rama. We have all these examples, right? So we have to, everyone has everything inside them, Rajasic, Tamasic, and Sattvic. And being these 3 is not bad. It is not that hard and fast rules that we are supposed to be Sattvic only. We can be anything. However, you know what you are. If in this particular point, you are in a situation in life, you come across a situation where you need to be a little authoritative, you need to express the leadership qualities, it is okay to activate the Rajasic within us. It is absolutely okay. Okay. And where it is needed, you need to be Sattvic also. Okay. Sattvic does not mean, you are completely Sattvic. Sattvic is, we understand Sattvic as very simple, loving kind of, compassionate kind of being, all these things. But actually Sattvic is a person who is humble, okay, who is humble and the one who is aware of his own Tamasic and Rajasic, okay, who have mastered these 2 inside. Okay, mastery means, that does not mean you have deleted it or you have worked with it and that is nullified and that is no more. No, you know when to use what. Okay, that is what mastery means, right? So when it comes to mantra yoga, when you are doing this japa, any mantra, when you chant, you are actually chanting, say for example, you are chanting Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha. Okay, so in Gayatri mantra, why that mantra has been made? Okay, it has been made to connect to the direct universal spirit, the collective consciousness of intelligence of the universe, of the creation, right? So whenever Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, okay, everything from earth to space, all the elements, you're connecting to all the elements. So when you are connecting to it, when you are chanting this mantra, whatever, any mantra you chant, okay, there is a meaning behind every mantra. When you are, we have in Hindu text, we have idols, so that through the idols, we understand what is the essence behind it, right? When we are talking about Krishna, we are talking about the essence called the teaching only. Okay, teaching part, teaching of what? Teaching of self, right? Teaching of not ABCD or not physics, maths or anything. Of course, everything comes there only, but that's a different thing. It is a teaching about self, knowing about self, right? The one who has attained the knowledge of self is supposed to be Krishna, right? So he's known as Krishna or Buddha or Christ or any name you call, because these are the people we have understood them as self-realized beings, right? Enlightened beings. Okay, we have realized. Now, when we are chanting any mantra, whether it is a Krishna mantra or Durga mantra or Kali mantra or any mantra, any essence related to that in our body starts getting activated. Okay, if say suppose you are chanting Krishna mantra, so whatever ignorance is there inside our entire intelligence, whether it is physical, psychological or spiritual, any intelligence which is incomplete or unknown, everything opens up. So you are merging with yourself with that essence, not that form. Form is only a image which mind has accepted for that essence, right? So for that help, earlier times they did the mantra yoga, where they said, mantra yoga is something, there are few mantras women cannot chant. There was some, generations back, they used to say, no, Shiva mantra or Hanuman mantra, this woman cannot chant. But then why? Because when it is coming to Shiva, you are actually connecting to the real force inside us, okay, and the ancestors' energy also inside us. Okay, and that was not possible in those days because that unlimited knowledge was not there. So they have banned certain things. Nowadays, it's okay. You can, if you are ready for it, any mantra you can chant. Okay, there's a particular times you are repeating. When you are doing this japa also, you are repeating, like there are 3 ways. The first way is always called bhaikari. Okay, it is like wherein the mantra is chanted in a loud manner. Okay, Om Namo Vasudevaya Namaha, Om Namo Vasudevaya Namaha, all these things. And when it is the second way is, it is completely, going into the very slow form. Okay, like you are from, it is like just a whispers. Okay, there are whispers kind of a sound. It is called Upanshu. Okay, Upanshu. So you can chant. See, when you are chanting it loud, you are setting the vibrations around you also. Okay, the entire space is connecting, merging towards that essence. Okay, when you are whispering, it is within your limited surroundings, right? And it is calming your mind, obviously, because you are constantly chanting, and your entire body, like when you chant Om, 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 continuously, your entire body starts vibrating with the same sound. Okay. And the third way is manasik. Manasik is the person does not shout, does not whisper, has closed his eyes or open eyes or whatever the mantra is going on. Okay. So it is happening internal, right? And any mantra, whenever you are chanting any mantra, always remember, you need to have a mantra siddhi. Okay. Without attaining mantra siddhi, whatever mantra you chant, Okay, there are some mantras, universal mantras, anybody can chant. Any mantra, anybody can chant. But when you attain a mantra siddhi, you begin to attract its power towards you. I don't say attracting power towards you. You actually awaken that essence power, that essence inside you after the siddhi. Okay, siddhi can be done anyways. Okay, and there is a methodology of attaining siddhi. That's a different thing. Okay, this is how mantra has been bought. A person who used to attain at those times mantra siddhi, and then the mantra was chanted for so and so times. Some 1,000 times, or 1,25,000, or 1,75,000, or whatever. In that point of time, you are completely supposed to be sattvic food. Having only one time meal, only vegetarian meal, or only what do you call, fruits. All these things, these were there. But after a point in the new age thought process, what we think is mantra is our old fashion. We don't need to do mantras. We don't need to have deities. We don't need to do puja part. Okay. But how do we connect to ourselves then? Just by closing our eyes, are we really connecting to ourselves? Are we able to understand what is the, are we able to diagnose whatever we are exploring from inside? Say, suppose I closed my eyes and I saw an animal inside me. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to understand? But the same way, the same thing, I put it in a different way. I have an idol of Hanuman, or, some snake god or anything. But if I see that animal, I know, okay, I'm connecting to this god. So this essence is this. Everything is registered. Mind knows everything, because we have taught, not from now, from many generations, we have been teaching this mind, and this cannot be removed. It is not possible. Okay, it will be there, because it's not something very easy or very simple or very ignorant kind of knowledge, which even our ancient teachers or rishis or maharishis have given. There was a time where, these things were followed because of this reason. Like Hatha Yoga, we know why Hatha Yoga, not just because of your external beauty. It is to have express that inner essence. Okay, knowing the inner beauty, merging of that thought and the expression both together. That is what Hatha Yoga is. In the same way, Mantra Yoga also, it is directly connecting to the divinity inside you. So whether you are divine inside, or whether there is a Rajasic or there is a Tamasic, whatever quality, how are you knowing it? Right? How are we mastering it? Right? Even Krishna's story, we know he danced on the hoots of Kalindi. Right? And even for Durga, we know Mahishasur Mardhan. Okay, and all these things we know from. We always know the dark is always the light is always winning over the dark. Right? So the entire essence of Mantra Yoga was bought with that concept of knowing yourself through this form. And the same way, yantra has also become the same thing. When yantra is a geometrical form. Okay, as a geometrical form, you are connecting. Through that geometrical form, you are actually connecting to that essence. Doesn't matter. Okay, every time when I close my eyes, there is no guarantee that I'll reach to the state of shunya. There is no guarantee. I might be seeing many things, but by doing this externally, my connection towards it is becoming easy. Right? It is about everyone, whatever their choice is. However they choose to, however their connectivity to, right? For this yantra has been made. Even the body is a yantra. Yantra does not mean just a yantra, it's a machine. No, it's a structure. Right? If we are using today, we know the power of pyramid, and we know what it is, how it works. If we are using pyramid, that means it is also an yantra. Right? Through that yantra, we are connecting to a beautiful essence of the universe. Right? The same way, through the body also, the structure, to this structure also, we are connecting to the essence. So what essence? I'm connecting to, through this body, I'm connecting to my individual essence. Through that particular yantra, whether it is a Gayatri yantra or Hanuman yantra or whatever yantra, we are connecting to that particular essence. So through the pyramid yantra, I'm connecting to that essence. Right? End of the day, everything is leading to connecting back to that essence. Okay. And now comes you already know about this Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a it is a loving devotion without which, without this ingredient, it is not possible for anyone to elevate themselves. Okay, bhakti is important. Unless and until, see, since childhood also, if any subject you have liked any subject, maybe mathematics. Anybody really like mathematics? I've just said mathematics. Anyone really like
I do, madam.
mathematics?
I do.
Oh, you did? Great.
Me too.
I'm very bad at mathematics. Okay. So mathematics is like, if we like a subject, we tend to, we like it because it touched somewhere in our heart. Somewhere maybe the teacher was so good, the presentation was so good, maybe it was very exciting. It created some vibration inside us, some excitement or some liking or some, why these vibrations have come? Because that is where you are actually connecting to your essence. Okay, you like mathematics. What happens when you listen about mathematics? What happens? You feel excited?
Yeah, I feel very excited when I was as a child doing it. Like even the numbers, I feel like they feel like the games. Other day I was doing the payroll reconciliations and everybody says, "Oh, what do you like about them?" I said, "Oh, I feel like a game. Like you file the problem where the problem is and you fix it, and instant reward to you that yes, you solved it." So yeah, that's sort of what I love.
So whenever you are connecting to your favorite something, you are excited.
Yeah.
So whenever you are excited, the life is growing. You are actually connecting to the life inside. And wherever there is life, there is growth. Because that's what the meaning of life is. That's where without the bhakti, without that devotion, without that kind of feeling which triggers this excitement, you cannot achieve the best results in that. So we all are in the path of, attaining the self-realization, want to know ourselves, we need to have little, this little or this little or this little love towards ourselves. If we are not able to love ourselves, then there is no point in having complaining all the time that my husband does not love me, my mom does not love me, my parents does not love me, my siblings does not love me, I'm a lonely person, nobody loves me. There is no point in thinking all this, right? So we need to understand in this path, it is must like we need to have love for ourselves, that bhakti. Love is not, I can say that we can make a division of these two words, love and compassion. Okay, when we talk about love, we are talking about many things. We are talking about everything is love. Even attachment is also love, even concern is also love, caring is also love. There's so many things. But when it is coming to compassion, it's just a sensitivity towards life. Okay, this where we can, make a difference. There's no difference, but for us to just understand what is it. Okay, so compassion is where it is flowing from heart. There was a time I met somebody, one of my friends actually told me, somewhere deep down in south, in Anantapur, there is a Sufi master. I met him. He's excellent. So we thought, okay, I will also go and meet him. He is sitting in some mosque, just sitting very normally, how these fakirs are. So sitting there and we talked to him long time. He said a word. If you really want to see God, don't go to him. Hold so much love in you, he will come to you. That is what you are supposed to do. Whatever you want, everything will come to you, but hold that love for it. If you want yourself, hold love for yourself. Okay, you are not expecting anything. You are not wanting, oh God, you can't say, oh God, I have so much love for you, but you don't even come. No, I'm not holding love for God for him to come to me. No, I'm just holding it because that's how I am. I just hold it. That's what I am. I'm just holding that essence, that frequency inside. Okay. That is what bhakti is. And you really can't see anybody else. When you are, too much in devotion with Krishna or, Durga or anyone, you can't see anyone else. Like morning, I was watching Anybody Can Dance movie. You all remember Anybody Can Dance, Prabhudeva movie. He sees dance everywhere. Everywhere, even in birds fly, he's seeing dance. Even in the water, fishes are jumping high and dolphins are falling back into the water. He's seeing dance. See, other than that, you really don't see anything. That is bhakti. And that's a rare combination. That's a rare thing. We need to have, other than myself, I'm not seeing anyone. It's not selfish. It's really you have understood what you are. You will fall in love when you really know yourself. You will begin to like yourself when you begin to know yourself. If not, we might feel, oh, that's if I think about myself only and I do only about my things, I like this, whatever I like, if I do that, isn't it selfish? If you are doing all these things without awareness of what you are, then definitely it leads to selfishness. But if you are aware of what you are doing because you are becoming aware of what actually you are, it's love. It's self-love. You know what is self? Self is not limited to just this body. Self is everywhere. Whenever I'm saying self-realization, I say I've realized myself in every self. I see myself in my parents, in my partner, in my children, or in my friends, in my students, in everyone. If I'm able to see myself there, that means I've realized myself there. So I know what it is because I know what that self is here. So I know what that self is there, right? This comes out of practice, out of when you have love for yourself, when you have realized yourself, your plus, your minus, your weakness, your strength, everything, your dark, your white, whatever, your good, bad, ugly, nasty, everything, every aspect of us. When we have identified and we know about it and we are conscious about it, we are completely aware and we know how to put everything at what time, then you are aware. That is self. Okay. Bhakti yoga comes under, that is a reason in the path of self-realization, bhakti is very important because bhakti brings the surrenderness, right? It is when, as children, whatever our parents said, we did it. Why? Not because they were parents and we are supposed to do it. Not like that. Because we trusted them. We had that love. We trusted that, yes, if they are saying, there must be something. We are naturally following it without any iota of doubt. We are following it. That's love. That's bhakti. For every child, parents are like idols, gods. They're creators, right? So that is how it is. And when it comes to self, every part of your body is holding some knowledge about your ancestors. Every memory, every cell is holding a memory which is actually coming from your ancestors. That is the reason whenever you are in a chaos, whenever you are thinking that you are in a problem, you get a solution. From where are you getting a solution? From your cellular memory. Because this is the situation your ancestors might have already gone through. They might have already brought the solution, and that information is there in every part of your cell. So you are not just the body. You are the matter of intelligence of your ancestors, of your biological ancestors. It is very important to know what is there in every cell of me. We call it as kan kan mein Ram. Why we call that? That means there is this essence of collective consciousness in every cell, every atom and molecule of our body. Right? That is what bhakti actually bringing all about. When we are self-love begins here. See, entire journey of life is all about three things. One is physiology, one is psychology, and one is spirituality. These are the three things, right? Physiology, we need to understand. We need to know what is there in my cell, what memory is getting triggered, and from where this memory is coming. if any pattern is happening in your life, completely, repeating way, the same way, this like a pattern every time it is happening, that means the pattern is directly telling you, you are holding a story of your ancestors. Just let it go. Okay, we focus on it, and we, through our mind, we hold on to it. We hold it. We don't allow the pattern to move on. We just look into it. Oh my God, again this has happened. Oh my God, last time also happened. This time also again the same thing happened. What am I going to do? How am I going to survive this? How am I going to, get over all these issues? You have to just witness it, because this is not your story. It is just a reminder of those solutions which were already there from your ancestors in your cellular memory. Just wait. When you witness, you will find a solution. But we tend to, because that's how mind is, we tend to look into the problem more. And this little ant-like problem becomes giant, is becoming a giant elephant. The problem is, because we are so focused on it, we are energizing it. Wherever your focus is, you energize it. Okay, we need to understand that, right? Bhakti yoga is all about knowing yourself, understanding yourself, and trusting your own self. Okay, trusting your own self means, again, when we're talking about self, we are talking about that intelligence which is pervading in our biology, your physiology, your physical body, or your psychology, your mind, and also in your spirit. Spirit is, again, I go back to the first day class definitions we talked about. What is spirit? Is the force. You want to do something. Some excitement says, oh my God, I want to do it. That's the force. That's the spirit which is asking you to do it. Just hold on. In spite of that, just hold on. When you understand what is you can jump into anything. Okay, we have to just understand, know about it. So it is only through the form of bhakti yoga we can attain, we can realize, we can actually diagnose what we are. Okay, that is what bhakti yoga is all about. Now coming to the tantra yoga. See, in Sanskrit, tra means liberation. Mantra, liberating from emotions. Tantra, liberating from anything material. Okay, so tantra is a mechanism, right, of completely going beyond. You are talking about energy. Any healing process is tantra. Okay, anything is tantra. Anything, awareness, self-awareness is a tantra. Right? Any therapy is a tantra, whether it is a past life therapy or any therapy, it's a tantra, because we are dealing with energy directly. Any healing process, anything what we do, we are doing it. It is tantra. It's only like, we have been given very fundamentally, we always, from whether we check from Google or anywhere, we might have heard anywhere, everyone has linked tantra to sexuality. Tantra does not mean sexuality, nor tantra does mean any black magic. See, it's just a magic. Tantra is magic because you are dealing with energy only. Now, how you utilize it makes also difference, whether it is a black or white. That's what the difference is. Okay, you are using your ability so that in the well-being of humanity, then it's a white tantra. You are using your ability only in the well-being of your own self, then it is a black. It's a black magic. Okay, black magic is, here we are talking about negative and positive side, where you are only thinking about yourself, selfishness which is going on, and there might be a harm because it's the energy we are dealing with. Okay, that's what tantra is. Tan is the body and tra means liberation. So you are liberating yourself from the body. Body is not just the physical body. Body is any matter. Separation. Yoga means we have understood. Wherever there is union, there is a separation. Right? Mantra, tantra, yantra. Okay, all these things. Now coming to karma yoga. Okay, let me tell first about what is karma. Very interesting for everyone, most of them. Karma means everyone, all the senses, extra sensory perceptions also comes out when it comes to karma. Okay, what is karma? Karma means simply action. Okay. It has got nothing to do with good, bad, ugly, nasty, nothing. There are no labels to actions. Okay. There is only a consequence. Okay. An action is like a projection, and every projection has a reflection. Right? Now, this game of projection and reflection, right, by an action is called karma. Okay? So, karma becomes, when we talk about dharma, the right intention, and, as a doer, the, selfless action, we talk about nishkama karma when we talk about. So, your work is your responsibility, but not your result. Even from Bhagavad Gita, we have been listening about nishkama karma, right? It is like from where this karma starts. There are so many, people I keep meeting. They say, ma'am, since morning, what am I doing? I'm only cooking food. I'm doing nothing else. I'm wasting my time. I'm supposed to do karma yoga. Okay. And I have to catch them there itself. What is karma yoga? They say karma yoga is serving others, serving this, serving that, doing this, spreading meditation, taking classes and all these things. So, well, if serving others is karma, then are you not serving the people in your home? Oh, that is not at all an action. Serving home, what? Cooking is not at all a karma. Okay. It is something very, I'm only an ordinary housewife. You are an ordinary housewife. How can a housewife can be ordinary? Nobody actually, what happens is no one ever has made us first listen to our own words. If I listen to my word, if I repeat to myself, I'm an ordinary housewife. If I listen to myself, then I will say, what the hell? How am I ordinary housewife? I do so much of work. Everything starts. Then why that point comes, I'm an ordinary housewife. Right? Karma means action. Right? You are doing your work where with all the dedication there, understanding is there, awareness is there, you are conscious. Okay? You can make some, even you check yourself, you can connect to something very sad moments of your life. Okay? And begin to cook. Think about all kinds of sad moments in your life. And with all the tears, you cook your food. You will see that day nobody can digest that food. Everyone will say, what happened? What's wrong with the food today? Taste is okay, everything is okay, but something is not good. But the same day, same thing, next day you do another experiment. Remember all kinds of positive things. N number of positive things, so much of love. Make a very simple dish, very ordinary. This happens. Okay. People ask me, ma'am, how do you manage? This is how I manage. How do you manage all classes, cooking at home and everything? How do you manage? This is how I manage. Okay. Whatever you are doing, because that is the ingredient of life. Just like surrender is also an ingredient of life. Discipline is an ingredient of life. Wisdom is an ingredient of life. The same way love is an ingredient of life. Use this ingredient. Everything is work. Today, I'm not feeling like cooking. Okay, but with so much of love, I'm going to make only dal and nothing else. They will lick it. They will understand. It's okay. Sometimes it happens. But one day, oh my God, I have to make so many things. You make chutney, you make dal, you make sabzi, you make this, that, sweet dish, a dessert and everything, decorate it and put it, and you are feeling so exhausted and so tired. Oh my God, I have done so much. Nobody's going to do it, eat it. Everything will remain in the fridge. That moment everyone will like, maybe they might say, the food is very tasty here, very nice, they will eat. And after that, all the recipes are going to be in the fridge for next 2-3 days. You might have already done that. You might have already understood that. You might have already checked this, right? These things happen. Do little, it's okay, but do it with love. Wherever there is love, there is life. And wherever there is life, you are there. We need to understand that. Wherever there is life, you are there. So when you think that you are not there, wherever, whichever place you are doing any action without any love or without your own existence, presence, feeling the presence of your own self there, you are not there. So you can never be identified. And when you are not being identified, all kinds of problems will start. Oh my God, I'm not being identified. I do so much for my family. They never appreciate me. They never do this. But when I'm doing something, did I ever appreciate? That is the karma. That action. Even when it comes to karma, there are so many things. Like they say, karma repeats again. You know, I give the same example. I'll give it here also when it comes to karma. Of course, for karma, we'll talk even much more deeper, but just to have a basic understanding. A son might have hit his father. Okay. They had a nice fight and the son has hit the father. And now after certain point of age, this son, after he became the father, was hit by his son. We call this karma. Oh, you did this to your father. Now the same things came to you. This is not karma. What I did to my elders, my juniors also will do the same with me, is not karma. When I did to this a particular action to my elders with the perception, yes, this can be done, the result of that perception is bringing back that situation to me. That is karma. Keeping my mind zero without any perception, I'm performing an action and it is not coming to the karma which we are thinking about. Every action is a karma, but it has got no, consequence or anything. Consequences are happening. The reflection or projection is happening because of your perception. Every time, whenever I'm doing any action, there is a perception. I'm perceiving something. I'm expecting something without knowing. I'm what I say. I am giving a statement. I'm giving an understanding. I'm labeling this action with something else. Okay, when I'm labeling it, that has to come to me because I've labeled it without my knowledge. I was unconscious. I was not conscious. Right? So that is where we need to understand. This should be zero. When this department is completely zero and you are performing actions, everything is part and parcel. Okay. If I give love, love will come to me. So you are giving love just because you want love from in return. Is that what it is? No. I'm giving love because I am love. And I'm not giving. I'm only expressing myself. Who am I to give to anybody anything? I'm only expressing myself. Okay. This is what Karma Yoga is all about. Right. And next comes the Dhyana. Dhyana is the 7th stage we talk about. And when it comes to Dhyana, we know it is meditation. It's a state of meditation. It's a state of zero, shunya, right? This about meditation we have already understood. And after reaching to that state, actually the Jnana Yoga begins. When you are literally understanding. Knowing is different. Okay, knowledge is different. Wisdom is different. Right? People say our experiences are the the wisdom part. When you experience it, that's a wisdom. But experiencing what? The essence. Experiencing the essence is the wisdom. Experiencing the knowledge is not wisdom. Okay, I've told you, close your eyes. If I say, all of you close your eyes, watch your breath, listen to the sound of your breath. It's so beautiful. You have experienced it. There is no wisdom in it. You're only experiencing the knowledge. Right? But when you are connecting to the essence, when you are able to feel the chillness of water, when you are able to feel the flow of that coolness of that water, flowing all through your nadis, in every part and particle of your body, like like how the sponge, when we squeeze the sponge, how the water comes out, you are seeing the same thing from the base of your feet. You are seeing all the water coming out and flowing down into the water. That is your experience. You are connecting to that essence of a particular knowledge, right? That is wisdom, right? That is what Jnana Yoga is. Okay. Experience, when we talk about experience, experience is not like, a person, it's very easy for everyone to say, oh, I experienced so much of darkness in my life. I've experienced near-death experiences. I have afterlife experiences. Okay, you all have experienced that. Okay, maybe many might have experienced it, but that is not experience. That is the expression of it. If you are really living its essence, then it is experience. Astral travel is a knowledge still. Experience, it is not experience. We say astral experience. I had an astral travel experience. Who told you that that's such a particular experience is an astral travel? Oh, we heard about astral travel, that this is how it looks. So it's a knowledge. It's not an experience. You are influenced with knowledge. So Jnana Yoga is always coming and making a difference of knowledge, experiencing a knowledge or experiencing the essence of that knowledge. Okay, this is the two things which comes. And now when it comes to, we know Ashtanga Yoga, we talked about yama and niyamas, right? Pranayama. Pranayama is all about breath, breathing in and breathing out, everything which comes into that, right? Pranayama, and we even know about pratyahara. Pratyahara is interiorization of the mind, right? Once, pratyahara is a fifth stage. Yeah, it's a fifth stage of Patanjali's journey. It is like once the energy has been, it's redirected. You have connected to the Shunya, and again the entire energy is redirected back to your conscious, your brain. And you are from that brain, because of the nervous system there, the information of that universal intelligence is spreading all over your body. That's when a person becomes one with the universe. Okay, that is what it is. And dharana is you have attained it. It's like an attainment. Dharana. Okay, it's like a dharana is, if we have to say, dharana is a fixed inner awareness. You have a particular dharana about a particular thing. Okay, I have a particular kind of awareness about Rama. So I think Rama is like this only. Okay, so this is my dharana. This is my understanding. This is my awareness about it. It might be incomplete. It might be wrong. It might be, I don't say wrong. It might be destructive. It might be constructive for our journey of our story. For everyone's story, Rama cannot be the, ultimate destination for their personality. Maybe a particular person has a different kind of a personality where Rama's essence is not needed. Maybe Durga's essence is needed. Maybe Shiva's essence is needed for their life journey to travel in their journey. So we need to understand the right way. Okay. And then Samadhi is something we always know. What is Samadhi? It is reaching to that zero Shunya state where you are present, at the same time you are not present. Your existence, yet you are not existing. Right? That's the stage. Like in more, even in simple things like night you sleep. At particular time, there is a particular time where you are in a deep sleep. And then what do you call? You are there or you are not there? How do you know? That's the Samadhi state. You are there, yet you are not there. That's the Samadhi state. Okay. Yeah. I think types of yogas are clear. Any doubts, please?
Oh, man, today's session is full, very full. I'm overloaded with the information now. So yeah, I'm digesting it slowly. Yeah. Now they're very beautiful, different stages, and how we can, use different techniques and different type of yogas to get to there where we want to be. Yeah, I just have a question, ma'am. Like, you said that particular mantras you can chant and you can have a siddhi on it. So I just want to share, like, I always have my Om Namah Shivaya since childhood. I'm having this mantra, and I think I used to be going a very temple going person. And then when I came to under BK's Brahma Kumaris, then they said that they are all, they don't promote the worship of gods and the physical, like murtis and stuff. So I was not attached very much to that, but I was only attached to Shiva. But then when I came to under BK's, I totally lost my connection with any statues. I don't like, I go to temple, but I don't really feel connected apart from where I go to Shivling and offer the, my things. But then what does that mean? I'm losing connection, or?
No, your perception has changed, and the change perception has the understanding of the perception has come in a very incomplete way. So the mind is confused. Mind now is in two ways. Now, whether to go to a statue or idol, or not go to the idol, it does not have any command.
Yeah.
So there is no outlet of expression. There's no outlet of expression. See, anything you love, if you have to express love, where does it matter? Whether it is an idol or any human or animal or whatever, where does it matter?
No, I
If
talk
towards
over one Shiv all the time. Like everything, all my problems, whatever I want to discuss, I just talk him all the time. But I don't feel connection with other masters. Now, when I come to Pyramid Society, I've started to feel they're all great masters. So I sort of change my perception there that they are all great masters and they haven't, they have their moksha or whatever. Then yes, they're all respected beings. But yeah, that's where I struggle. But then, ma'am, one more question I have that, from very childhood, like I love to clean and, clean the house, or I clean each and every part of the house. But when my mom says, okay, can you clean the temple? I never clean it. I always have a scare to clean. I try to avoid it. I don't know what it is. Why I still need to discover that myself. What was stopping me to do that?
nothing is stopping you, your ideologies are stopping you. That's all. New perceptions.
But I was
First, from
all that
your
time, like
system from your system of connecting to idols to the state where you went to BK, like Brahma Kumaris.
No, I was
so there was a
connected to
confusion.
BK ma'am at that time. I was around 17, 18-year-old. There's no YouTube, nothing. I was just whatever at home. But I don't know at that even.
This information, right? It is this information which, see, sometimes as we grow, as we keep growing, there are so many perceptions which keep changing in our mind. Okay. In that, there are so much of, and the perception is changed, the expressions also will differ. Right. Now, your connection with Shiva is still there.
Yeah.
But not to the idol form, it to the something else. So you will have to find out what is it. Where am I seeing that essence? Shiva is not a form or anything. It is Nirakara. We already know that. It is like that essence. Where am I seeing that essence? I'm seeing that essence in everywhere, because that was pyramid societies. We all tell about everyone is a master.
Yes.
Right? Everyone is that realized person. Everyone is that great being, multidimensional being. So you are seeing that essence with everyone. Now, how is your connection towards every being in the world? If it is perfect, that means your connection with Shiva is still intact. There's no difference. Just the expression, the way of expression has changed. That's all.
Okay, ma'am. And then what is Om Namah Shivaya mantra? What does it mean by that? As you said, Gayatri mantra means from earth to sky. And what is Om Namah Shivaya means?
Om Namah Shivaya is when we are talking about Om here. Okay. Shiva is generally the name what we are talking about. But when we are talking about first, initially, when we put Om there, Om is, how do we write Om? It's like 3, right? And
Yes.
then there's a curve and there's a dot, right? So there's conscious and subconscious. Okay. And from the center is the third eye, which is connecting to, and then the Turiya. The dot is the Turiya state. So the conscious, subconscious, and then connectivity to the inner state and reaching to that shunya, that's the turiya state. Okay, that is what Om is. So when we are talking about Shiva, so Om, Nama, Shivaya. Nama is, we know, we are like, saluting or bowing down to that essence. So
Yes.
you are merging into that essence. So Om is universal. So you are in that universal intelligence also. You are connecting to this essence called Shiva. Okay, so your mind has to be clear. Your whether maybe your aggression, the personality or masculine personality is might be you tend to be what do you call, very aggressive at point of time, or probably you might be very humble at point of time. You might be listening to people, let them giving opportunity to others to say. Maybe these things are there. The Shiva is totally the thought. Is that in dissolved state, the shunya, not shunya. When we are talking about shunya, we are not actually talking about the zero, useless zero. We are talking about the collectiveness of all that. Okay, so you are connecting to that, the inner intelligence, where we talk about the third eye. You are talking about when we are connecting to Shiva, we are talking about our senses, we are talking about extrasensory perceptions, we are talking about them, okay, and we are talking about the collective consciousness. So whenever you are chanting Om Namah Shivaya and you are connecting to this essence of that universal consciousness, you are actually connecting to the entire wisdom of your ancestors, and also your ancestors, not only of your physical body, your ancestors of your spiritual body also, spirit also, the force.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are my questions. Please, masters, if you have questions for ma'am, you can raise your hand or unmute yourself one by one and then ask the questions, please.
All shunya.
मैम टाइम लगेगा एब्जॉर्ब करने में. आई बिलीव 2 दिन के बाद मंडे को क्वेश्चंस आएंगे.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Harita ma'am,
I
have a question. Yes.
Yeah.
Go, ma'am.
Actually, you told like yoga is nothing but like we are merging with ourselves, right? With this whatever 8 yogas, whatever you have told. Like how do we know that which one is suitable for us? Generally, no. What
No,
happens
you
is
should
from the
not
child.
know. No, you don't need to know that, because when you know, yoga means the union of energy and its matter. Okay.
Okay.
So you whatever energy you are connecting to, whatever matter you are connecting to, that energy you will be connected.
No, generally, why I asked this question is like yantra, mantra, tantra. When we talked about this hatha yoga and all, bhakti yoga and jnana yoga, generally from the childhood, actually we tend to attract towards. Suppose somebody told us to chant these mantra, and you will be passing out of this situation or something like that, or some people.
Mantra?
Something like Om Namah Shivaya will save you from these hurdles.
One thing I will
Something
tell
like
you.
that.
Yeah, any mantra, whatever mantra you chant, you are connecting to that essence inside you.
Okay.
Okay. If you are chanting Om Namah Shivaya, that means all the energy, all the ignorance of spiritual ancestors are going to be channeled by you.
Okay.
Okay. And the journey is not going to be that very easy. Okay. If I am chanting Om Namah Shiva every time, what is my ideology about Shiva? Okay. He is in the grave, right?
Yes.
He is the Adipati of all these corpses, right? So
Yes.
all the dead elements is no life zone. So I'm from the no life zone, from the time where the early man started his life, right? From there, how the intelligence worked, I'm awakening all that wisdom inside me now.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. If you want to chant only Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, it's very simple, because the elements are already there inside us, from earth to all the things. It is there, it's very simple. you will feel very fine. You will feel very nice, very connectivity, because you are in the expression of the universe.
Okay,
Okay.
but I have
And
another
also
doubt.
always, yeah, and one more point.
So,
Every time whenever you are wanting to chant any mantra, you have to take a siddhi, and the siddhi should be understood by from which lineage of master you are taking the siddhi. You can't just somebody has told me this mantra and I have learnt it and I have done it. No, that's not the way mantra to be chanted. Okay,
yeah,
mantra has to be understood. It has to be given a particular image of what it is for me, as per my life journey, how it is suiting me. It is a vast knowledge.
yeah, I was about to ask. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Varinder ma'am, do you want to unmute yourself and
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Just a question regarding mantra siddhi only. So, what is mantra siddhi? Like, what happens during mantra siddhi?
It's a ritual. Mantra siddhi is a ritual, attaining of that particular mantra. There is a ritual which has been given by a sadhak, and you are taking it. Like if I have to give you, attain you to a mantra siddhi, I'll teach you how to perform that ritual. And once you are done with that, you can chant any mantra. That is
Okay.
what they say, Guru mantra. The Guru has given. Why the Guru has given? Because Guru has understood it. He has awakened that essence inside them. That's the reason the Guru is giving.
Okay. And where do we get it from?
I can attain. I can attune everyone, whoever is interested.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
any more questions, masters? So, ma'am, while other people thinking, when you explain that Om Namah Shivaya awakens all the past and all those energies in you, I'm always chanting this mantra, but I'm not. By listening to you, I'm a bit scared now. So, should I be chanting?
You don't have to be scared to think about your parents. You don't have to. But then
No, you said
need to-
because you say that
Yes.
Shiva is all about
Yes.
all the deads,
Yes.
and
That's
you
a
want
good
to
thing,
bring.
right? See, spirituality is all about that. If we are not able to understand and release, see, what did Bhagirath do? He bought Ganga for what? To clear up his ancestors only. Right? If that cosmic flow has to come into you, you have to have the strength of Shiva who can take all that and then release everything to the world.
No, because when I listen to this mantra, I'm really enjoyed it. I even volunteers if I'm hearing with my passion and if I'm totally concentrating it. This is my beautiful mantra. But now, because you said it, I feel like I have to do it night.
No. It's not like that. Yes. It's like if you have to see, one thing I will definitely say is being in a spiritual path is not that easy actually. Okay, you have to walk through all the layers of darkness. Okay, we can't simply say, oh, if I meditate, I'm going to connect to a blissful state, very divine state, and all light, there is only light. Yes, definitely there is only light, but what my story is, we don't know. Okay, directly connecting to Sahasrar and only light above will not evolve us. Our evolution at this, as this structure of human body, will only be, our evolution is only possible when we are really connecting to our worlds, lower world, middle world, and upper world, all these worlds. And these worlds are connecting of three things. One is our physiology, physical intelligence, the cells, every memory of your ancestors, and also your psychology, the perceptions of life so far, which have been taught or influenced or anything, and then the spirituality, the spirit force inside us.
Yeah, and then remember, as I said, I never feel connected to other masters, so I always have a guilt in me that they are masters or they are God to everyone, in my family or other talk about it, like Bhagwan Ram, Shiv, or like Krishna, and But I feel then a guilt that I'm not connecting and I'm not giving as much, same respect which I giving to Shiva. So always guilt always stay with me. So what should I do with that?
Without them, we do not exist. If there is life flowing in us, we are definitely connected to them. Because they are universal consciousness, they are intelligence of the entire creation. That is what we are naming at Shiva or Narayana or Krishna or anything, right? The essence is of collective consciousness, and we are the outcome of the same collective consciousness.
Okay.
Just because we are not talking to our parents, that does not mean we are disconnected from them. Okay.
No worries. So I guess Vanita ji have a question. Then I will Manjula ji. You can go second.
Your question is clear?
Yes, ma'am. I will
Okay.
chat you on a separate platform on this.
Okay.
Vanita ji,
Still
would you
further
like
is there?
Yeah, I
Vanita ji.
have to tell you a little bit story so you can understand from where I'm coming. Cannot share on
Sure.
YouTube. Vanita ji, would you like to unmute and ask your question? Or Manjula ji, would you like to go next then?
Yes, Sri.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you mentioned about the dance. So whenever we do certain postures and mudras, so I'm actually a classical dancer. So before I started dancing, there was so much stress. There was so much of emotional thing that was going on with me. But once I started learning dance, I felt a new energy, the new happiness within me. At that time, I was not in meditation, but I realized this dance is removing all the stress that is in my life. Whenever I feel stress, if I dance, it just goes away. The dance gives me ultimate happiness. Used to give me ultimate happiness. It's still giving me, but not more than meditation, of course. So why if you feel like that with the certain type of art, like anything like dance, music?
I get you. You are not feeling with other, like how you feel in dance in other arts?
No. Why we actually feel this happiness with arts, dance or music when we learn?
Because it's an expression of a rhythm from the universe.
Okay. Because, some people they really don't like arts. They are against arts. They always think study is the main important thing. But some feel it's their life.
What you feel about it will work for you.
Okay. Understood. Yeah.
You feel it is perfect.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
I learned dance for 15 years, of course.
Wow.
I stopped it also since last 15 years. That's a different thing. But then, yes, I can dance.
Right.
I can still sing. I learned music. I can still sing. It's wonderful.
Okay.
Just an expression. I want to express myself in whatever way. Okay, fine. Where does it matter?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Vanita ji wants to ask a question, but I couldn't unmute her. I think someone.
Vanita ji, your screen must be getting a permission from you to get unmute yourself. We are giving you the permission. Try now.
Type the question or.
Oh, yes, you can type.
What should have done? We are just telling her to unmute.
Yeah, I did that to ask to unmute.
Vanita ji, are you typing your question? Okay, even how I can get it. Sorry. Ma'am, till Vanita ji is writing her question, I just wanted to share one thing. Like earlier, before coming in the spirituality, uh, I could have been like myself in the more in the religious terms, doing mantra chanting and enjoying the bhajan and all. After coming in the spirituality, like whenever I'm sitting in any temple or any of the murti and all, yes, try to connect with them at the energy level. But like last Saturday, there was one kirtan has been organized with one of our family member. We went there and there was that ras was going on in a very rhythmic way, the bhajan and all. One part of my mind was pulling me that yes, you can sit in dhyan in that situation as well. Like just sit and feel it inside you. I was able to feel the music, the drum and tal and everything was giving me the goosebumps. But then suddenly I decide, no, my body and me, my soul this time want this rest more by my open eyes. And I don't know, like even the by closing and being in meditative state, I was able to feel like that was definitely not the pure. I couldn't reach at that state, but yes, feeling the music inside me. But again, I decided to enjoy it by open eyes. So that was little bit of confusion for me that what I was doing at that time flip and flop. Like, what was it?
There's too many perceptions in the mind. So
Hmm.
you really don't know where to jump. You're in
Yeah,
a chaos.
actually.
If I jump there, will I be back? Or if I be here, will I be missing something?
Yes, ma'am.
That was there. At that moment, you should forget about all influences and all perceptions and everything. Right now, I want to enjoy this. I enjoy this. That's all.
Yeah, finally I took this call and then okay, just sit and do that. Like
The day I saw myself for the first time in one of my practices many years back, I saw myself. That day I really, I was also since childhood like uh, too much of religious puja part and all this. People used to tell me, you have to search Arpita, then don't go home, go to some temple, she'll be somewhere here and there, this temple or that temple, that kind of was. And when after many years, and I started the practices, when I saw myself, and I said, what the hell, if this is what is me, I'm there everywhere. So I am there in that idol also, or the idol is in me, it doesn't matter. It is one and the same. When everything is me, that everything is also me. If I am everything, that everything is also me. So I am enjoying myself at every step. Where does it matter? So after that, there was no other perception in my mind. So I enjoy my job. I enjoy my puja part. I do my Dashmahavidya chanting, Kali sadhana. I do every kind of sadhana. Everything. I don't miss anything. I enjoy myself, everything, because everything is same for me. Whether I sit, close my eyes or connect to myself, or I do with some action, also is same. There is no difference.
yeah,
That's all. Come out of that perceptions.
Same.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanita ji, I think she could type.
Yeah, she
My
type her
issues, I'm not
question.
happiness. Find happiness in anything. I used to enjoy dance and music, but from some time, like 3 years, I'm able to enjoy anything. I try to control myself so much, I'm not able to be myself. If someone asks me about hobbies, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Vanita ji, tomorrow no. I think Monday we'll connect to you. I want to see you. And then we'll talk. Okay. I keep this question till Monday in my heart. And then I'll see that by Monday all the blocks of connecting to us will be removed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely we'll get back on this question on Monday. Yeah.
Go ahead, Kalpaji. Ask your question.
Okay. Hi, ma'am. So I have a different question. Like you mentioned, you do all mantras, like, all the pujas and all. So for me, it's totally opposite, madam. because when I was a kid, in my house we do a lot of pujas, but I used to do until age of 7 or 8. But after that, I started feeling, no, this is not me. And I was completely, disconnecting from pujas and all from day by day, by teenage, I was like, rebel in my family. Okay, we all do pujas, only this girl is not doing anything. She doesn't. I was like a rebel. Even after marriage also, it's too much in my, in-laws house also. But I was the only one, odd person out. But I kept some, idols in my house. But I try to force myself to do, in all, festivals like, Ugadi and all. So I tried to just lit, Deepam and all. But still I'm feeling guilty, whenever some people do, okay, I'm not doing it. So I used to do one day. That's it. So, but recently I started, believing myself, no, this is not what I am. So I just packed everything, all my puja stuff, and kept it out, somewhere in the shelf. From that time, I'm feeling liberated. I'm feeling myself now. So this is who I am. So I shouldn't do puja for someone else, I shouldn't feel guilty because I'm not doing puja. I'm feeling happy from inside. So is that correct behavior or I don't know, ma'am.
I will not talk about behavior here. I will only say you have not understood invocation. So the perception of invocation is something different. So if you identify invocation, you will not feel any difference, whether you do it or you don't do it. If you are doing it, you will definitely not feel guilty. You must experience invocation. We'll do someday. We'll do that invocation.
Okay.
Ma'am,
That will
can you please
change.
explain more on this one?
Invocation.
Yeah? Invocation.
Yes. What is that?
Invoking. Invoking.
Invoking, like you spiritually, or you feel invoked that you can connect these with these all gods?
But invoking that essence inside you, which is whole.
Bhakti invoking inside you.
Not bhakti. It is that consciousness you are invoking. Once the consciousness inside you is invoked, then you understand everything is consciousness.
Just one little question.
Get connected to, I can sense like you are not yet connected to this physical intelligence of yours. Once you do that, it will be easy for you. There's no harm. There's no right or wrong. If you're not wanting to do it, you don't do it. That's as simple as that. That's a different thing. But better understand it, and then you decide whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it. That is better. Once we know it, we know that neem is, kadwa, and then we have known it, and then after that we stopped eating it. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah. Got it, ma'am. Thanks.
Manjula ji?
Yeah, ma'am. From in the past 2 weeks, I was having this thought or intuition or belief, I don't know. I have stopped doing puja after coming into meditation because whatever the time I do for puja, I'm keeping it for meditation. So, but from past 2 weeks, I'm having this feeling like I want to do Sapta Shanivar Vrata. The 7 weeks of on Saturdays we do Vrata. So I don't know, it just came into my news feed suddenly in YouTube and I felt like I want to do it. I'm still having the feeling like I want to do it. I haven't yet started. I want to start it. What? Sorry, ma'am?
What's stopping you?
I feel like somewhere it feels like, can I do it or not? Is it okay to do?
You can definitely do it.
Okay.
If you are wanting, you were waiting for someone to say for you, then you can definitely do it.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
You are scared to hear your own inner voice. Let me do that work for you.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Because, generally I started listening like when you come into meditation, mostly no puja. It's all about meditation because we are gods. It's like that, right?
Yeah, we
And
want to,
I'm
label ourselves, our identification, so that our ego is always at the high pedestal.
right.
What
So,
will happen if you do puja? You will become little humble. You will become secondary. That's all.
no.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. Even if you become, it's okay.
Mhm.
Why not?
Right.
And we
Thank
are
you.
gods. What's wrong in connecting to our own selves through another form?
Agree,
Why
ma'am.
not?
Yeah.
You are also God. I am also God. That idol is also God. This calendar is also God. I want to connect myself in various ways. Where does it matter?
Right.
That's
Sure.
all.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, I think the main thing is like before today, when you explain all these mantras have meanings, I always thought like when you're reading Hanuman Chalisa, Shiv Chalisa, I was just always think they're just praising God. Why I need to praise God or talk to God in that structured form which somebody written for me? Why I can't just talk to him directly the way
Not praising God. You are appreciating the existence.
Yes, appreciating the existence, but in somebody's written form. I always think Shiv.
Appreciating existence, where does it matter? If I say Namita is excellent and everyone continues saying the same thing, why not?
But no, why not? This means like why I'm reciting the same way, same thing every day. Why I can't have my own recitations? Why?
You can have. Definitely,
So
you
that's
can
why
have.
where I stopped all reading these books, Shiv Chalisa, Hanuman Chalisa, because I'm thinking, why I'm just following somebody's written words or Durga. I'm thinking I can relate. I can connect to with my own wording.
Yes, definitely you can connect to your own wording, but your wording really, when you really connect to that your wording, it will not be different from that wording which has been written. Somebody has written, okay? Somebody has written, Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jai Hai Bharata Bhagya Vidata. If you really connect to it from your heart, if you write it also, it will be the same. Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jai Hai Bharata Bhagya Vidata.
But when I see the Rashtriya Geet, I don't feel many emotions. Maybe, but when I feel like I love India, then it comes very good emotions in me. Yes.
But when it comes, that feeling, when it comes, it is not, that feeling is not different from the feeling which that person has written, expressed in the words. The feeling is same. You don't connect to the words, connect to the feeling. Feeling is the same. So it will be the same. With that feeling, if I write the same national song, it will be like that only. Maybe the words may differ here and there, but it will be the same. Essence will be the same only. 2, 4, somebody has given. Okay, I continue that. Well, why not? Because if I have to do it, I will also end up doing the same 2 + 2, 4 only.
Yes.
So it is.
Conscious ma'am is 10:50. There's another, can we ask one more question?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Okay. Sumitaji, would you like to ask your question, please?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah. After coming into meditation, I lost interest in the puja, doing puja and bhajans. Before I was going to temples every day and bhajans and everything. But after coming into meditation, then I lost interest in going to temples and listening to bhajans and doing puja. Is there anything wrong with me, or can you please?
No, absolutely no wrong. It's a transition state. From one state, you transition to, I don't say from lower grade, you went to upper grade. That was one state, this was another state. You're just breaking the routine. It's okay, fine.
Okay.
This phase now, it's not permanent. Not every phase is permanent. This phase, you are not feeling so. Okay, fine.
Okay, ma'am.
There's nothing wrong. See, we are in the 3rd class today, right? So many questions. I'm able to understand the frequencies. I think soul designers will not be done. Even soul architects, you have to attend. You know, and you have to attend some specific, classes or workshops or whatever. We can do in online. Can do then many things. The perceptions are different. You have to come out of the box and think to attain, to know or realize some things. You have to come out of the box.
Sorry, ma'am, I just have one question.
Yeah. No problem.
Listening to everyone and even like just in general, I just feel like even myself, sometimes we need that approval from somebody else to do something. Why is it so? Like it's very common. Like with me, it happens so many times that it's there something that I want to do and I know that I can achieve it and I can do it. But still, I want that approval from someone who can like just give me that little push and I will excel in it. So I don't understand that concept in my head.
Maybe in childhood, you had a parental disapproval syndrome. Maybe your parents never approved.
Not that I know, but most of the time they have given me that freedom to choose what I need to choose. But still, sometimes,
But
right
whenever
now,
whenever you said something, I want to do this, there was any other question from parents? You can do it, you cannot do it. Or there was simply okay and go.
they just said, good luck, you can do it. Like kind of that attitude. Never had a disapproval kind of thing or like negative out of that. But what I'm trying to understand is कि जब भी कुछ करना है, तब कभी कभार like we need that, not approval, but I'm probably using the wrong word. Not approval, but like,
You want somebody else to tell you. See, sometimes what happens is we know what to do. Okay. We all know what to do, but we do not know how to do it.
Maybe that's correct.
So in that point only, we want somebody else to say that, am I doing right or not? So it's not approval. It's nothing to do with approval. It is about, I don't know how to do it. So if someone else can say, if that other person is also saying the same way, that means this is the only way I'm supposed to do it.
Yeah.
So you get an answer and you move on.
That's true. Thank you.
I feel the same, but I had this parental
That's all,
disapproval
ma'am.
from my parents. I
It's
got
already
answer from
well and over time. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, ma'am. Wonderful session. So many questions. I think